Greetings and welcome back to Social Butterfly School of Etiquette, where we teach social etiquette to both sexes. My name is Miss Moore, and I'll be your social etiquette instructor for today. The subject of this particular class is dress for success and ironing clothes. The tools that you'll need in order to complete this class is an ironing board, a steam iron, preferably a button-up shirt, and or a pair of pants. We'll be going over three things in this classroom, which will be the previews, an exercise, as well as end of the classroom quiz. Now you have two options to complete that quiz. You can write all your questions down and you can, excuse me, you can put your questions and answers in the comment box below. And I'll get back with you in regards to whether you have the right answer or not. But of course, everybody will see your questions and answers. Or you have the option to subscribe and hit the notification button for the next upcoming video, which will be a live stream that I will be doing. And I'll be able to answer your questions in particular. You'll be able to ask them then, and I'll be able to answer. So good luck and have fun with this class, and I'll see you with the next video.
Social Butterfly School of Etiquette, Preparing for Greatness, First Edition, Dress for Success. Dress for Success, Chapter Number 1, Preview. Give an example of one inappropriate dress attire situation. Give an example of one appropriate man or a woman's dress attire for an after-5 affair. What is the best way to pack a light suitcase while traveling? Why would anyone want to color coordinate his or her closet space? Give an example of one man or woman's casual outfit. Give an example of a perfect color choice for a businessman or woman's suit. How would you choose a pair of business shoes for a woman or a man? The best hairstyle that complements your face shape and features. Understanding why some women feel comfortable in high heels and others do not. What are the types of jewelry and appropriate place in which to wear them? What is the best way to dress at a company party and why? Interviewing business, casual, sports attire and their appropriate selections. Or perhaps you invited your friend to a party at your house and the weather out was cold and snowy, but they decided to wear a white tank top, short pants, and sandals. They would stick out like a sore thumb, out of place. You see what I'm getting at? It is important that you understand how to dress for the weather or any other occasion appropriately. Our first wardrobe teachers were our mothers, guardians, grandparents, and close relatives. Many people do understand the basis of dressing appropriately. We all know when we go outside when it's cold to go back and retrieve a jacket or a sweater, or that when it's hot, that you have the option of taking off a heavy jacket to cool down. After-5 attire come in a variety of fine woven fabrics. Materials such as silks, satins, velvet, and other fine woven textiles can be incorporated in men's suits. Women's gowns, along with their accessories that are selected in particular colors that could complement the skin tone, can cause one to appear radiant and sometimes vibrant in the eyes of others witnessing your complete look. Satins, furs, fine woven yarns, and dazzling stones of pearls, rhinestones, and other selections of jewelry can be embedded into the materials for a wonderful combination of designs made for red carpet attire. These particular attires selected for red carpet attire are fun to wear out on the town. After-5 dress attire for a gentleman is best described as a basic formal suit fit for red carpet events or perhaps a tuxedo. The lapel's fabric is of either velvet, silk, or satin. Their accessories are of a cummerbund, cufflinks, fine dress shirts, and shoes, and a tie that is of a bow and or a day cravat scarf that wraps around the neck. Other accessories such as an overcoat that are worn over a suit, hats, and other fine jewelry of gold and silver, embedded diamonds in their watches and or pinky rings would be in order. Red carpet attire would always take more precision when selecting and preparing for these types of events, for they are usually recorded and sometimes televised and reviewed as they are talked about by newscasters, reporters, fans, and our other potential medias over the internet and our newspaper columns over and over again for months and possibly years to come. Ironing your clothing prior to placing them on is an important part of caring for your wardrobe as well as for yourself. It is a reflection of how people may understand how you feel about yourself. How others view you at first glance will be how they remember you. The first impression is a lasting one. Presentation is important. When you need to impress upon others your self-worth, dress attire to display neatness, cleanliness, and overall classy appearance determines your latitude. For example, presenting your physical presence in a social setting with frumpy, undesirable dress attire may give others the impression that you feel frumpy, unkept, and even worn out, as you would settle with unpressed clothing versus neat, tidy, well put together dress attire that could give the opposing effects that you have high self worth. As you make daily decisions to simply iron your clothes before you dress, will bring higher judgments and comments from other people along your life journey that could possibly set the pace for better opportunities, a promotion, higher pay, trusted responsible positions over others with titles such as management, supervisor, and even business owner. You feel and envision yourself will motivate others to feel and envision likewise, ultimately attracting others who would very well guide you into becoming successful at reaching your goals. Ironing clothes. Pressing and ironing services are used when clothes are dropped off at the cleaners, and large devices such as these are used. But the two basic selections of ironing devices are a flat iron, which provides some steam, and of a steamer, which will provide the additional service of a powerful steam. Ironing clothes exercise number 1. Learning your iron. Each has its own temperature control of heat and or steam. To understand when to engage the control what types of fabric is first. Perhaps you would need to apply more steam to heavier fabric versus lighter weight materials, as well as to possibly hold the iron in place on tougher to remove wrinkles than others. Or you may want to ensure that you keep it in motion as you press lighter fabrics to ensure that you don't burn them. Think of a garment in sections and begin to lay them down on the ironing board, one section at a time. Once done, ensure that you press even the smallest area such as the sleeves, barrels, the collars, the lapel, the pockets, and the waist area of the pants. You may provide creases as an additional feature for pants, where they most naturally would be placed, which is straight down the middle of each leg, front and back, but stop at the crotch area. This is accomplished by first placing both seams of the pants leg together, then laying them flat on the board and begin to press them in, one leg at a time. Dress for Success, Chapter Number 1 Quiz. Why is it important to iron clothing before you place them on? What are the 3 basic business colors? Name 2 types of materials fitting for any after-5 affair. Name 2 types of casual clothing articles for either a man or a woman. Give an example of a red carpet outfit fitting for a woman. Name 2 categories of clothing that can be mixed as a basic rule. Name 2 types of fabrics best fitting for casual clothing. Why is it important to understand how to implement proper dress attire in any social setting? Describe the features incorporated in a pair of woman or men's business shoes. What statements does wrinkle clothing attire make when worn in social settings? Can designer accessories worn with one's dress attire help improve one's social experiences? State a business rule that one should adhere to when attending a business affair and why.